Welcome to Global Footprints Abroad. What if I told you that in just one trip you could hike a volcano at sunrise, sip tea in rolling green fields, and walk through royal palaces that feel frozen in time? That's exactly how South Korea felt to us, a country where ancient dynasties and futuristic skylines coexist so naturally. Every day brought something new. Bustling cities, serene temples, cozy villages, and of course, unforgettable food. Traveling here was seamless thanks to the efficient trains and warm hospitality. And honestly, it quickly became one of our favorite travel destinations. We started our journey in Seoul, the capital of South Korea. First, we visited the Yeongbuk Palace, and it set the tone. Passing through the majestic gates into vast courtyards felt like stepping back into Korea's royal past. We made sure to catch the changing of the guard ceremony. The colorful uniforms and rhythmic drums gave us goosebumps. Inside the throne hall, the painted details were even more impressive in person. Afterward, we wandered into Busan Hanok village, where traditional houses line winding alleys. It was surreal standing at photo spots where tiled rooftops met the modern skyline. We even stopped at a tea house for sangwa, a warm spiced tea that gave us a moment to slow down. At sunset, the whole area glowed and it became one of our favorite Seoul memories. As we experienced firsthand, we can suggest renting a handbug Korean clothing before visiting, just like we did. Not only do you get free palace entry, but it makes the experience more immersive. Did you know that gyeong translates to palace, greatly blessed by heaven? We found this pretty interesting. From the palace, we made our way up to Namon Tower, one of the best spots to get a full view of Seoul. We took the cable car up, and the ride itself was so much fun. At the top, we spend ages just watching the city stretch out beneath us. It's even more magical at dusk, when the lights flicker on. The love lock fences around the base made us smile, seeing thousands of tiny declarations left by couples. We also wandered through Manjanggul Hanok village nearby, which added another layer of history to the day. It felt like the perfect blend of old and new. Reflecting on our time there, we recommend going up by cable car. But we walked down through Namsan Park, and the city views are amazing at every turn. We loved it. Did you know that the tower was originally built in the 1970s as a TV and radio broadcast tower? We thought it was worth sharing. One of the most surreal experiences of our trip was visiting the DMZ, the Korean Demilitarized Zone. Standing there, looking across at North Korea through binoculars at Dora Observatory was something we'll never forget. Walking through the third infiltration tunnel gave us chills. It's such a stark reminder of the peninsula's divided history. The highlight was stepping into the joint security area at Panmunjom, where you literally stand on the line between two countries. The whole day felt intense, but deeply meaningful, and it gave us a new perspective on Korea's story. As we experience this firsthand, we suggest that you book your DMZ tour in advance, and don't forget your passport. You'll need it for entry. Did you know that the DMZ, despite its name, has turned into an unexpected wildlife sanctuary because so few people enter the area? We found this pretty interesting. After the city and history, we craved some nature, so we headed east to Seoraksan National Park. The hike up Ulsan Boe was challenging with endless stairs, but the view at the top took our breath away. For a gentler option, we also tried the cable car up to Gwangminggong Fortress, which still offered incredible scenery. We loved seeing Sinhungsa Temple, tucked into the mountain with its giant bronze Buddha surrounded by pines. The park was stunning in the autumn, with red, gold, and orange leaves everywhere. After a long day of exploring, warming up with seafood stew in nearby Socho was exactly what we needed. Based on our experience, we recommend starting your hike early. Trails and parking fill up quickly, especially during the fall foliage season. Plus, did you know that the name Seorak means snowy peaks, since the mountains stay snow-capped well into spring? Next, we headed south to Busan, and the energy shift was immediate, like more relaxed, more coastal. We spent mornings at Hundi Beach, strolling the boardwalk with iced coffees in hand, and evenings watching the skyline reflections at the Bay 101. Gamcheon Culture Village was a highlight. Colorful houses stacked on the hillside with street art tucked around every corner. At Jagali Fish Market, we nervously tried live octopus, and it turned out to be surprisingly tasty and chewy. Next, we went to Haedan Yonga Temple, which is perched on rocks by the sea, and it felt almost otherworldly. Busan quickly became one of those places where we thought we could definitely stay here longer. We encourage you not to leave without trying Busan's famous hotek. It's a sweet pancake filled with nuts and seeds. They are so delicious. And did you know that Gamcheon was once a poor hillside settlement, but was transformed into an art village through a community project? Our next stop was Jeonju Hanok Village, and we instantly fell in love with the atmosphere. With more than 700 traditional homes filling the area, each alley seemed to have its own charm. We climbed up to Omdae Pavilion for a sweeping view over the tiled roofs. It was so stunning. And of course, we couldn't leave without trying Jeonju Bibimbap, which came beautifully presented in a brass bowl. In the evening, we sat in a cozy tavern sipping maggioli, a Korean alcoholic drink with endless side dishes. Renting a hanbok, traditional Korean dress, was also so much fun. We felt like we'd stepped straight into the past. Having explored it ourselves, we recommend staying overnight in a Hanukkah guest house for a real taste of traditional life. We really enjoyed the experience. Did you know that Jeonju is a UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy because of its rich food culture? We figured this was worth sharing. We traveled to Andong's Hahoe folk village, which felt like stepping into Korea's Confucian past. The mix of thatched cottages and grand manor houses was fascinating to see up close. We timed our visit to catch the Hahoe mass dance, a hilarious and witty performance that's been around for centuries. Climbing to Buyongdae Cliff gave us the perfect postcard view of the whole village curled around the river. Andong also had some of our favorite foods. The city's famous Jim braised chicken was delicious. Exploring here felt special because people still live in the village, making it feel more authentic. We highly recommend checking ahead of time for masked dance performance times. It's worth planning around. Did you know that Hahoe is a UNESCO World Heritage Site along with nearby Yangdong Village? Finally, we hopped a flight to Jeju Island, and it honestly felt like a different world. We dragged ourselves out of bed at 4 a.m. to climb Sangan Ilchulbong for sunrise, and it was absolutely worth it. Later, we hiked part of Halasan Mountain, though not all the way to the top. The trails were beautiful, full of birds and fresh air. Exploring the Manjanggul lava tube was like walking through a natural underground cathedral. We also loved watching the legendary Haenyeo women divers bringing in their catch, such an inspiring tradition. Of course, we indulged in Jeju's famous black pork barbecue and smacked on the island's sweet tangerines. As we experienced this firsthand, we suggest renting a car as it's the easiest way to see Jeju-do at your own pace. Did you know that UNESCO recognizes Jeju for its unique volcanic landscapes and lava tubes? We ended our journey in the serene Bosion green tea fields, and it couldn't have been a better finale. Walking along the terraces of bright green tea bushes with mist rising between the rows felt almost magical. We tried everything from green tea ice cream to green tea noodles. The small museum helped us understand just how important tea is to the culture here. We even stayed overnight in a nearby village, and it was one of the most peaceful nights of our trip. It was the perfect place to wind down after weeks of exploring. No trip to South Korea is complete without tasting its traditional dishes. And the food here is as charming as the country itself. For example, bibimbap is a beautiful mix of rice, veggies, and meat topped with a spicy kick of gochujang. Kimchi is served with every meal, and we quickly became addicted to the tangy, spicy flavor. We enjoyed bulgogi, sweet, savory, and smoky grilled beef, as it is one of our absolute favorites. I tried samgapsal, a grilled pork belly you wrap in lettuce with garlic and sauce. Pure fun to eat. Taiyaki is a chewy rice cake with a spicy sweet sauce. We grab this from street stalls constantly. Make sure to have a taste of japchae, stir-fried glass noodles with veggies. It's light but flavorful. One of Korea's favorites is sundubu jjigae, a spicy soft tofu stew served bubbling hot. The samgyetang or ginseng chicken soup felt nourishing and hearty. Lastly, try hemul pajeon, a crispy seafood pancake, which goes perfectly with a glass of makgeolli. South Korea surprised us at every turn. From palaces and mountains to beaches and villages, each place had its own soul. If you're planning your first trip, be prepared to fall in love with this country, just like we did. So, if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your fellow travelers, and subscribe to our channel for more adventures around the world. Please check the links in the description for recommended travel essentials. Let us know in the comments which place is on your bucket list or share your own travel tips. Remember, travel is not just about the destinations, but also about the memories you create along the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.